Hi Pisces, welcome to April. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy for April in this reading. And I want to say thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for taking the time out to leave comments. I really enjoy reading every single one of them. And I'm really happy to hear that these readings have been helping people. That when they resonate and they give you extra guidance or clarity, that's just wonderful. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you're enjoying these videos. And for those who've ordered readings, thank you for your support. Thank you for choosing me. I've enjoyed meeting and working with all of you. And so let's see what Pisces needs to know about love and relationships. What's coming up for April for Pisces? We have a new moon in Aries on the 5th and a full moon in Libra on the 19th. And I'll get into the astrology later, but let's just see what the cards have to say for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know for April? What does Pisces need to know about love, relationships, anything else that's important for April? What is coming up? What is coming up for April for Pisces? May only the highest forces be present to ensure that the truth be told. What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for April? Okay. The Hermit. 5 of Swords. The 7 of Cups, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the 3 of Wands. Okay, so you start the month off with the Hermit card. So you're feeling, you've been kind of a hermit lately. You feel like I just need to take time out to think. Maybe you're evaluating your life. You're looking for direction. You're not sure what you need right now. Like, what do I need to be happy? What do I need? What type of relationship do I need? You're kind of like doing some soul searching. So you may have pulled back from socializing. And you're just needing to take a time out and quiet your mind, so that you can find direction. And sometimes you might even decide to talk to someone. Sometimes the hermit means going to someone for advice, like a professional, like a counselor or priest or counselor or family friend, because you're kind of confused, It could also mean just taking time out to hear the inner voice, to listen to your own guidance. But it's kind of a lonely energy, where you just feel like being alone, and you're not really in the mood to socialize, and you're just wanting to be by yourself and, think about, like, where am I going? Where do I have to go? What's next in my life? What's the path? The 5 of Swords is crossing you. So there could have been a situation where you felt either victimized, or you were in a difficult situation that you felt like, I can't win, so I have to cut my losses and move on. Maybe you were dealing with a toxic work environment, or you're dealing with toxic energy. There might have been someone who was pushing your buttons or trying to get a rise out of you. And if you were dealing with someone, you're dealing with someone who doesn't play nice, someone who is devious or unfair in the way that they just want to win. And you realizing, like, I just can't win with this person. I just have to not react. You can't engage. If someone's trying to push your buttons and get you engaged in a drama, you're realizing, the best course of action is to just withdraw. Just pull back and don't respond and don't react. And in some cases, you may decide to cut your losses and move on. Because I feel like you're dealing with someone who can be very selfish or insensitive. Someone who jumps into things without thinking. And I'm also seeing the Seven of Cups as the basis of the situation. So you have a lot of options open to you. And there's like also confusion. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know, I have all these choices, but I don't know what's right for me. And you don't want to take action unless you know, but you're not. So you're looking for guidance. So there could be, if it's a love relationship, maybe you're thinking, do I stay or do I go in this relationship? Or if you have more than one love option, which one do I choose? Where do I focus my energy? Because I don't know what's right for me. I feel like I don't know. It's like you're in the state of confusion, the state of reflection. You're not really in a state of taking action. You've been just dreaming about the possibilities, but you haven't really been acting on the possibilities. Now, you have the Page of Cups here, so you could have gotten messages. There could have been someone who is wanting to communicate their feelings. You might have received messages. This could also represent children. So you could be dealing with children. But that influence is passing. So someone may have reached out to you, though, in a relationship situation, wanting to, express their feelings, or because this is usually a message of love or concern or caring. So you may have received messages, but I feel like you're in this solitary state right now. Like you're not in the mood to be around people. So coming up in the future, you have this King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. This represents, and this could represent you or someone that you're dealing with. The King of Cups is someone who you might go to this person for advice. It could be a counselor or teacher or someone who's involved in healing, in a healing profession. Or someone who cares, who could be doing counseling or social work. This person has a lot of compassion. It could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But this person is very kind and loving and very compassionate. But they keep their feelings to themselves. So this could be you. Maybe you're just keeping your feelings to yourself. You're not really ready to let people know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. You're just wanting to be alone. And you have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is someone they're okay financially, but so it's like the card is a woman in her garden, alone in the garden, and she's surrounded by material things. Like she has a house, a roof over her head. Financially she's comfortable. She's existing in a comfortable place. She's not struggling for money, but she's feeling alone. So this could be you or someone you're dealing with, someone you're feeling like, well, it's okay, so I have like financial stability, and I have my house, and I have my comforts, my creature comforts. At some point, I think you're going to get tired of being isolated and alone, and you're going to be thinking like, well, what good is having all these things if I don't have anyone to share it with? So you might be looking toward partnership in April. Maybe I need to get out and stop being a hermit. Because I think you're going to feel like, well, I'm alone and I want to reach out and connect with people. I don't like being alone. I want to share my life with someone. So this could be you or it could be someone you're dealing with. And you have the Knight of Swords here. So I feel like you're hesitating on taking action. And this is in your fear sector because you're afraid of making the wrong choice. So because the Knight is this impatient energy, this, wanting to just jump into something. And you're afraid, like, I don't want to just jump into something just because I'm feeling lonely. I want to make sure I'm jumping into something that's good for me. So you're taking your time because your fears are holding you back from being impulsive. You're kind of afraid of, am I acting too soon? Am I jumping into something too soon? You could also be worried about someone. This could be someone that's in your life that you're dealing with that's a little bit insensitive or selfish. Maybe you're dealing with one of your children and or there's something someone who's being very argumentative or very just, you know, wanting to do their own thing, not caring how they affect others or their plans. They're kind of being, they're being insensitive, they're being reckless. And you're afraid of that, or you're upset by that. Like, so it could be that you're dealing with someone that you think, you know, it could be one of your children is doing something that's reckless and you're trying to warn them, but you can't, you know. They're going to do their own thing no matter what you say. So you have to let it go. You can't control that. On the other hand, it could be that you're thinking, well, I don't want to do anything reckless. I'm afraid of doing something that may be perceived as insensitive. So you're holding back from taking action. In your environment, you have this Knight of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign that you may be connecting with. This is someone who likes to take things very slow. They're very dependable, very methodical. They don't like rushing into anything. So if you're interested in someone who happens to be an earth sign, you want to be very, don't rush in. You don't want to rush into anything. You don't want to be insensitive. You want to take your time and let things develop slowly. Because I feel that there's a potential for a relationship. Because you have the Six of Cups here. This is a wish fulfillment card. This is a card in your wish fulfillment sector that represents connecting, healing from the past, and connecting with someone from the past. So you might be connecting with people that you've lost contact with. Someone, could be an earth sign. And I feel like you're going to be moving into a more harmonious state. So you might be like reconnecting with someone from the past and finding that you have a connection, a really nice connection. There could even be a karmic connection, because this sometimes can mean for connecting with someone that you've known in a past life. So it's like when you meet someone and you don't even know them from anywhere, from a hole in the wall, and all of a sudden, but you feel like you know them. Like, you seem so familiar to me. You feel like it just feels like an easy connection. That usually happens when it's some type of past life connection. So you could be reconnecting with someone. It could be an earth sign. If anything, even if it's not an earth sign, it's someone who's very practical, very dependable, very down to earth. So your only warning is not to be too hasty. Just take your time and let things develop slowly. Because this person likes to take things slow. They don't like to rush into anything. Especially if they're an earth sign. Earth signs do not rush. They're very practical. They're very methodical, you know. They're not impulsive at all. But I feel like you could be, in April, you could be connecting with someone. And the Three of Wands here, this is a card of seeing results. So if you take action, if you decide to come out of your hermit mode, and you decide to take action, and, you know, maybe you're fighting for what you want, this is an active card. So I don't think that the earth sign will take action. I think you're going to have to take action. So if you take action, you're going to see the results. You're going to see a positive outcome. Because the Three of Wands is, it's the result of seeds that you've planted. So you've planted some seeds, or you've initiated something in the past, and now that is, you know, growing, and it's becoming something. It's because 3 represents birth. It represents the fruits of your labor. So whatever you initiate in April is going to bring back reward. And so if you're interested in forming a relationship, you may have to get out of this hermit mode and break free and connect with people. You may have to reach out and connect with people. And the potential for having a nice connection, like a reunion even, is going to be very healing for you. It's going to help you release whatever was upsetting you, whatever was putting you in this hermit mode. And you're going to be letting go of your confusion. And you're, you know, you got to come out of the dream state. You've got to make, the rubber has to hit the road. You know, you've got to put your plans into action. And you could achieve something. And you could be connecting with someone who's very nurturing, very kind, very loving, very healing, has a healing influence on you. So whatever you've been going through, whatever difficult time you've been dealing with, if you've been dealing with someone who's been very difficult and toxic, reach out to those people around you. Don't be afraid to reach out and connect with others, because they can help you. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So the new moon in Aries is happening in your second house. That's the house of money, and also the house of what you love and value, self-worth. And Saturn is in your 11th house. So Saturn has to do with friendship and the groups that you belong to. So you might have been working really hard on a cause or helping others. Or you could have... Saturn also shows you the reality of the friends that you belong to, the friendships in your life. So you might be seeing certain truths about friendships, and you might be making some changes based on that reality. Maybe you feel restricted from following a dream, because the 11th house is also hopes, wishes. Maybe you've been working too hard and you haven't had time to make something happen. But with the new moon in the second house, you can have a new beginning that brings more, like you're changing your values. The things that you value are changing. The people that you want to connect with are changing. Your friendships are changing. Also, what you think of yourself is changing. You have a new opportunity to work on your self-esteem so that you feel like, hey, I deserve this. I deserve more. So if you've been feeling like I don't deserve anything, this new moon can help you value yourself more and also demand more for your services. So if you're not being paid enough, or if you're not getting the love you need, you can have this new beginning. You just have to overcome your fears and whatever you feel like is holding you back. So if there are friendships or groups or even work that's holding you back, you may need to make some changes so that you're freed up a little bit, so that you can move forward. Because the North Node is in the 5th house. You need to have some fun. So you might have been spending too much time with work and responsibilities. And maybe, you know, maybe you've been spending a lot of time helping friends, and you haven't been spending enough time on you and what brings you joy. Because the 5th house is creative self-expression. So you need to take a break and have fun and do something creative. So connect with others on some creative project. Have some fun. Life can't be all work and no play. And this new moon is helping you to do that. It's helping you to break free. The full moon is also coming. So by the end of the month, you have the full moon in Libra at 29 degrees. That's falling across your 8th house. It's in the 8th house, which is the house of sex, intimacy, other people's money, financial support, and also your 2nd house. So I feel that any blocks to intimacy could be ending. Something ends, a cycle of ends, and you might be ready to embark on something new, because you have Venus is going to be going through your 1st house at this full moon. There could be a new relationship or a new romance. If you don't have anyone in your life, there's an opportunity to connect with someone romantically in April. And it could lead to greater intimacy. But you have to first believe that you are deserving of this love. And you have to overcome your fears of bonding with someone. Uranus is shaking things up in your environment. So you could meet someone, you know, just traveling around the neighborhood. But really, you need more fun in your life. You need romance in your life. It's going to help break you out of this hermit mode where you feel alone and, you know, searching. And you won't be, you know, you really need to, you have the opportunity for partnership and romance. And this relationship could also lead to a greater sense of intimacy. It could really transform your life in a positive way if you let it. So cut your losses, move on. You know, if you've suffered some losses, or if you're dealing with a toxic relationship or a toxic situation, it's time to release that and move forward and reconnect with the people who love you. Don't keep yourself isolated. You don't have to struggle by yourself. Let people in that want to help you, that want to love you, that are there for you. Don't be afraid of that love. So that's my my forecast, Pisces, for April. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you'd like a private reading where we can go in greater detail with your own situation, click on the link in the description box and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, come out of that cave of that isolation and come back to life. Your friends and family and your loved ones are waiting for you. So I will talk to you next month. Enjoy April. Blessings and love to you. Okay, bye now.